Vaccination is our only hope for regaining normal lives and the freedoms we all once took for granted. But online misinformation and conspiracy theories are undermining the science. Many of them are started by a handful of people, but debunking them is a battle.
They have no idea how long it's going to take your body to be able to break down that mRNA.
It's a completely different way of assessing evidence.
The issue is that's what we're injecting into people.
To me, this is an arms race.
Misinformation about COVID-19 is spreading just like the virus itself, and it's led to a number of unvaccinated Australians in hospital. So how do we separate fact from fiction? It's an issue far bigger than social media, but it could be the best place to start.
Stop spreading misinformation.
Existentially, people want to be safe. And in this case, it's not just individuals who want to be safe, it's whole societies.
Mark Balnaves is a media professor from Monash University, Malaysia, where it's a crime to spread false information about coronavirus. Mark and his team are researching the rise of people who believe the law does not apply to them. And Facebook has given them access to their database, as well as Instagram and Reddit, to understand the conversations people are having online.
People are going to social media to reason about what's happening, find out what's happening, but also to decide what makes them feel comfortable and safe.
65% of anti-vaccine information can be traced back to just 12 people, according to the Centre for Countering Digital Hate. That's almost 2/3 of all anti-vaccine content we see online. The organisation's been closely tracking 425 anti-vax social media accounts and found their combined following reached 59.2 million in December last year and growing.
You're going to have the grifters who want to make money, so you get your scams. And then, yes, of course, those who genuinely believe it.
You go figure it out. We're tricked. We're off.
Videos like these are going viral, but their theories aren't backed by evidence.
Saying that anti-vaxxers should not have access to the Medicare or our health system if they get sick.
This woman's video has nearly 300,000 likes based on emotional manipulation and completely fallacious arguments. It concerns me that so many people believe so much of that stuff in the decisions they make.
Kane Fox is a scientist and TikTok sensation.
PCR tests can definitely tell the difference between influenza and COVID.
What we're seeing is a flood of information as well as misinformation, as well as predatory people like scammers and conspiracy theorists trying to play upon people's worst fears.
Australian E-Safety Commissioner Julie Inman-Grant says using social media as a tool to spread misinformation began in 2016 during the US election.
The social media sites are trying to drown out misinformation with accurate information. Is it working?
You will have heard that Mark Zuckerberg announced that Facebook had taken down 18 million pieces of content. What we don't know is how large is the vast galaxy of misinformation. We don't know if of those 18 million pieces, how many people liked it, how many people shared it.
Australia has introduced the Online Safety Bill. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok can now be given a removal notice by the E-Safety Commissioner, requiring them to remove information within 24 hours.
What about the individuals behind the posts? Do they hold any accountability?
We've just been given more robust powers to be able to tackle these things. And yes, down the track there may be criminal provisions that tackle these people, but right now, if you're a conspiracy theorist or you're a disinformation superspreader, you can do so with relative impunity.
Julie's calling for the online world to be regulated just like cars and food standards. Until then, it's up to us to separate information from misinformation.
You know, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister are falling into the conspiracies. I think you have to be patient.
Doing the right thing is not only beneficial for their own health, but beneficial for the good of society.